Greetings and welcome to the pit. We are watching more TikToks of guys being guys. This is a sequel to our previous video. Yeah.
I cannot wait for you to see some of mine, Mia. I am so excited.
So let's see what our fellow human beings and the other half have been up to lately.
What I absolutely love about this TikTok, the way that the camera is placed. This is how I want you to view this TikTok, Mia. So just put yourself in this perspective, okay?
Yeah.
The way this is recorded, it made me feel like, you know when you were a kid and you used to put on plays for your parents?
Yes.
This is the vibe.
Yes. Let's enjoy the show. Wow, look at him go. They've rehearsed.
Yeah. Look at this. Amazing.
They are so happy. Look at the excitement on their faces.
It's just the pure joy, the childlike glee. I just imagine being like, yes, boys, well done. You've made your mother proud.
Let's mommy take out her video recorder, you know, the old school one with the flip screen.
Like, yeah.
I'm going to show this to all of our relatives. Well, as my first video, I decided to show what it would look like when our male viewers are on their way to watch our video.
Ooh, okay. Male transportation. Okay, let's go. Holy shit, what the POV! The lads are on their way to watch the Herbie Night video!
Yes! I love the amount of like unadulterated joy on their faces.
Literally, I love how happy these men are. And the crops as well. Yes, lads. Well done. That looks amazing. That looks like a really good time.
This is the life. And it makes me wonder how that vehicle, whatever it is actually still running.
Yes. It's barely even there. Like, it's literally a shell of a car.
It's like, you know, Cruella de Vil at the ending of the animated 101 Dalmatians.
Yes.
Oh, wait, no. That was the start of the second one, the sequel. Where she's riding in her car and she stops and all of the wheels fall off and she cries and throws the steering wheel.
Yes, I do remember that. Yeah.
Love the sound of that. The Balkan music as well.
Yeah.
That's a big stick. Oh no! Yeah, men can't cough normally. They have to cough like they're a dying Victorian child stuck in the body of like an adult man. They're like,
oh my god, that's like one of my, I'm sure you've seen this, Mia, but you know when it's like, why does my boyfriend sleep like a Victorian child dying of consumption?
I can't get over how the guy was so proud of his massive stick and then knocked himself out with it.
Stick Nation, rise up, come on.
Yes, we love Stick Nation. I'm part of Stick Nation.
I'm
sure you are too, Herbie, since
you
mentioned Stick Nation.
Absolutely. My sister, I'm still so jealous because she still has this stick that I'm about to talk to till this day. Ooh. So we were, I think it was just as, you know, the Lord of the Rings trilogy was coming out in the cinemas. So obviously, like, you had Sauron and you had Gandalf who had, you know, their amazing, like, wizard staffs. Yeah. Obviously, this was back in the day when we actually went outside and touched grass to play, you know. She found this stick. It was perfect. It was basically straight all the way up and then kind of like pronged out at the top, just like Gandalf.
Nice.
My mum was so chill for this. Like, she sanded it down for my sister and she still has it to this day. And to this day, I'm just like, God fucking damn it, that should have been mine.
Sticks are important. I had a stick that was bestowed upon me by my older sister when I was like 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
Back in Russia, and the stick was like perfect height for me to walk with.
Lovely.
And she had decorated the handle with like pens and stuff. She could have drawn like little flowers and designs on it and written some like text. I don't remember what was written on it, but it was my lucky walking stick.
Yeah.
And I'm so sad that it's in Russia and I'll never know where it went. I still remember my lucky walking stick sometimes.
Think of all the memories though, Mia, all those cherished memories for you and the stick. Amazing. Wow. This is so good. Oh, great. 10 out of 10.
Right?
No comment. No
10 out of
feedback.
10.
Yeah. Perfect.
It's like one of those things where you want to join in. I want to be part of the monkey banana pool, but then I feel like I would like ruin their boyish enjoyment of it. It's like it's something you can only observe from the side and you can't be part of it.
Yeah, you just have to observe the magic occurring, you know.
Sad but beautiful. It's like being a nature watcher. You can't go in there and pet the blue tit, but you can watch it and be like, that's a beautiful blue tit.
Oh yes, so this was really interesting when I found this one, because I feel like, you know, we're kind of doing a series on boys being boys. I feel like this is quite possibly a very strong contender for the theme song if we ever decide to have one.
Went to a local wrestling show, wild and in the front row. It was peak guys being dudes, just a bunch of bros coordinating moves. They took flour and slaps in the face. Did they sign a waiver for this space? I think that guy is possibly the mat looks like a waterbed. See a man give it all he has, and then it is dead. Go support your local wrestling and show.
That is majestic.
I know. I think there is something so amazing about like the amateur wrestling, and from what I understand, it's got quite a big following in the US. I didn't realize that was a thing. I thought it was obviously just kind of, you know, your WWE's whatever. But yeah, I've seen a couple of TikToks now of amateur wrestling shows. Oh my god, it's like the Wild West. The stuff they do in those shows is crazy, but now it's on my bucket list. I want to go and see one so bad.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
I like it. We should go together.
100%.
And dress up as guys. We should dress up as guys when we go so we don't ruin their vibe.
Undercover men, yes!
Yes! No one will ever know. So before we started recording, I talked about myself being obsessed with poop and you being obsessed with piss, and we're like the poo piss gang. So this is a satisfying videos for the boys out there who are also obsessed with poop.
Okay, right. Let's see. Oh! These are cow pats. They must be. Wow. The slow-mo as well.
I know. The waves. Whoa! Oh, look at that one. Oh, that is magnificent. And I feel like for some reason it's mostly guys who can appreciate these kinds of simple videos with like impressive physics.
Oh wow, that one was like a donut.
Yeah, and it had some sploosh in it as well. I think it might have had like a little bit of pee in there. I think that one was for you, Herbie. I mean, who is this for? Like, when the person was filming this, right? Throwing boulders into cow pats. And then editing it in slow motion. Like, what was going through their head?
I wondered what they were thinking when they were like, like this particular group of people will really enjoy this niche content.
Maybe they didn't think that someone would enjoy it. Maybe they just thought that, you know what, I enjoy this, and perhaps there will be people out there who would enjoy this as well.
Exactly. Maybe they're just trying to find their community by putting this out there. You know. I like this TikTok because I feel like, you know, whilst on the internet we hear a lot about the differences between men and women, there's also a lot that we share that is very basic, you know, like similar or the same. And it's just nice to know that men also would react in the same way in a situation that I would.
Let's go.
POV, you're a woman at the bar and I think you're very attractive.
Accurate. I don't think I've ever had the gall to approach someone in a bar that I thought was cute.
No, exactly. But it's just nice to know that we all share that same experience. You know, it's very similar to, you know, I've seen other versions of this kind of content where it's like I'm on the train and I've just seen, you know, the most attractive person I will ever see in my entire life, that they're exactly my type, and then you just see the person like behind it but go. And then that's it. Just the eyes up, the eyes down. Yeah, that's it.
Nothing else. So this one I feel like is more of on the wholesome side of things. And again, like you mentioned, Herbie, some things between guys and us ladies that are actually very similar and we can really relate. So this is one of them.
Hanging out with that one low maintenance friend you can be yourself with.
More white. More white.
I love this song.
He did what?
Yes. Oh my god, this is the perfect friendship, honestly.
Yes, I can.
When you can just be yourself with somebody, that is the most freeing thing in the entire world. And actually, you're so right. Like, it's so nice to see guys doing that in their space and, you know, just, you know, having fun with each other. That's really sweet.
Yeah. And the next TikTok that you sent, actually, Herbie, I also had saved for guys being guys.
Oh, yeah.
And I love it so much. It is just such a beautiful TikTok. So I'm glad that we matched on it.
Listen, this one is quite close to my heart. Obviously, I'm really into true crime. Like, I listen to a lot of true crime stuff. And obviously, I know that everybody like knows now that the reason why we hear so much about Florida Man is because their laws are they're slightly different from, I think, a lot of other state laws when it comes to how people can access their, like, crime records, or it's something like that. Anyway, so yes, Florida Man, a character in and of himself, has a very specific reputation around the world. But I loved this man so much because here he is, bucking that Florida Man stereotype. It's so good.
About Florida man this, Florida man that, and it's always something bad, man. What about the Florida man who relaxes in the pond, lives in harmony with the alligators and the water moccasins, dances to the music of the bumming of the bugs, man, lives in peace with the mosquitoes, baby, relaxes in the pond like Ponce de Leon. That's the Florida man I like to see. We ain't all going crazy, man. We ain't all crazy. Maybe we're all a little crazy. We ain't all bad crazy, but
I
So good.
love it.
I swam in a lake in Hungary, which looks like this.
Wow.
It is a healing thermal lake.
Oh my god, so pretty.
And it reminded me of that.
Yeah, with the lily pads. Oh.
Yes, it has lily pads. You can swim past them. You could like poke them and stuff. And there was also a guy walking along because if you look here, they're like little walkways into the water. And there was a old guy walking along, and one of his balls was hanging out of his briefs or I don't know, speedos.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I didn't have my glasses on, so I didn't see it in HD.
You just
but
saw
I still saw
like
it.
a skin-colored like blur.
Yes, I was like, I looked at my husband later, and I was like, he was like, yes, just keep walking.
I love that you turned around to food husband and was like, is that a ball? Is that a whole ass ball I'm seeing?
Is that a whole ass testicle?
Yeah. Yes! Let's go!
Teamwork!
Every second of that video, it got better and better. Oh, I was like, yay, piggyback! And I was like, wait, third person? What? The seesaw? Holy moly. Good teamwork, lads. And I also, you know what, I will say, I love the ability that men have of just making friends with each other. How have you done this so quickly? Like, what is going on here?
It's a magical skill that they have,
Yeah.
just like bonding.
Yeah, but it's really, really good skill to have, to be honest. I wish that was me.
Yeah. Oh boy, this does not look very pleasant. When you shower at a guy's house and have to use his products, no. Okay, this is definitely. I mean, that's what it feels like. I understand.
Yes,
this is like what
it's just a joke.
satire. It's just a joke. It's not actually what he's using. I hope, but yeah, their products they're not the same.
But that's not really men's fault at the end of the day, and because this is a very long-standing meme now, where it's a point of like, ladies, here's your shampoo, your conditioner, your body wash, your shaving foam, your moisturizer, like, and then with men it's like, here's your 7-in-1. If that's all that's available to them, well, what can they do?
Well, there is more stuff available, but I've noticed this thing where they don't like using something that smells too nice because it's not manly.
I also love that the naming scheme when it comes to men's products.
Man shampoo!
This one smells of wrought iron.
The smell of leather on your beard.
Honestly,
Come on,
it's
you can
wild.
smell nice. Don't worry about it. The people who judge you are not worth it anyway. Oh, I like this. Look, even from like the very first frame, they're like smoking. They got their rods out. They're fishing rods. They're just being homies.
Men's bonding time. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
Finger aus dem Wichsel.
That's a big fish.
It's big.
Jawohl.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
it's not so.
He was like, "Here, hold my phone. I'll do it myself."
Yeah, I'm gonna go in and grab that shit.
I was thinking to myself that net that they were using looked very, very bendy.
Yeah, like flimsy, for sure, for sure.
Very bendy. When I was fishing, I had a net as well, but it had like a full aluminum, I think it was aluminum rod that didn't bend
So
at all. It
it's
didn't
like
have any
sturdy,
give.
yeah,
It
for
was
sure.
sturdy.
But then I wonder if they were even expecting to catch anything, because you know sometimes like guys will go fishing and it's not about the fishing. Do you know what I mean? It is actually
it's about the
about
fishing.
the hanging out.
But not the fishing.
So I wonder if they
Yeah.
even they got this fish on the line and were like, "Fuck, what do we do?"
We weren't expecting to get this far.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have a net, so they were clearly expecting something.
Yeah, maybe something a little smaller. Who knows?
But then once they saw this, they were like, we can't let that go. I'm gonna jump into the lake and get it myself. We have to show that it was all worth it.
Lasciatemi cantare.
I'm guessing someone probably chucked it out, but look at him helping his homie up.
Lasciatemi cantare. Sono
There's no judgment. There's no. You know what? You want to be
He's
in that
helping.
dress? We'll help you
put
out.
it on.
Yeah.
It's his now. And he clearly feels very bonita in that dress.
Absolutely. Listen, one woman's trash is another man's treasure. That's all I'm saying.
And I like how the second guy wasn't even like, oh, get down here and work. He was like, no, you stay up there, my pretty princess. I will take care of everything. Hello?
Mia, I don't know. Listen, I don't know why you're laughing. I just wanted to showcase this man's incredible talents.
All three of them? Ooh, I think I understand. Are you being inappropriate?
Maybe. How it took you the entire video to the comments for this one were so funny. Honestly, they really made it for me.
Twist hair. I love your guitar. Wow, look at them go. I think that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Look at those puppies!
Well, my next one, I have one, you know, the classic joke of going to the mall and the men not knowing what to do with themselves?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Wow! Oh my god. That is amazing. No, with the construction. Oh.
Yeah. They're coordinated,
So,
dedicated.
yeah, Swiss style. I'm here for it. I stand by this. I think that if all shopping centres, malls, however you want to call them, had something like this for the men, I think everyone would be a lot happier.
I saw a similar one where a different mall had actually set up gaming booths for the men. They have usually, you know, arcades for the kids to play, but
that's
they don't
true.
have anything for the adults that are bored and they're waiting for another adult.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
they definitely should take inspiration from these and do more.
I agree. I love it as well. So this is kind of an old trend now, and I don't know if you remember this, if you had it on your FYP, but the trend was basically kind of women challenging their male partners to, like, essentially, what would you do if a woman
Right.
like hit on you? How would you react? And the idea being that obviously, like, that you know, there's a kind of like a right and wrong way to answer that. Obviously, it was mostly played for comedic purposes, but this one was one of my favorites.
So asking what he'd do if a woman used our kid to hit on him by saying, "Oh, your son is so cute."
Hey, what would you do if someone walked up right now, some woman, and was like, "Oh my God, your son is so cute"?
Say because he looks like his mom, and his mom's really cute, and she's gonna kill us both if you don't get the fuck away from me.
That's a nice added touch. Take the son and run.
Yeah, that guy was like, "Listen, lady, you're gonna get both of us killed."
You shouldn't be talking so loud, or she'll hear.
But yeah, no, just
get out of here.
because I love that the kid is obviously not young, like, you know, young but not like a toddler.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just the way that he kind of scooped up a 10-year-old and then just like ran off with him. Like,
So what I have is, I don't know, it's kind of goes into men being men because I feel like girls would not test the expertise like this.
Wait, okay, so I need to ask though, what is a pro roper?
A roper is someone who does the cowboy whoosh, whoosh, whoosh,
with
whoosh, and then like...
the like rodeo, yeehaw!
Yes,
Cowboy!
yes, exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, so with that context, POV, when your nephews think they can outrun your pro roper fiance. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
Oh shit.
That's so good! Oh my god! Holy shit! I obviously knew that existed as a skill, but I've never seen it used like that before. That's crazy. The accuracy. Oh my gosh. And I love how the younger kids were like so willing to just be like, I do not care how hurt I will be. We are putting this to the test now.
When you're kids, like you have no understanding of these things. I remember we had a game. Everyone's gonna make fun of me for this, but we had a game where some of the older kids in our, you know, family here, I guess, we would bug them until they would tie us up. And then we had to find a way to get out of having been tied up. So we would come up with very creative ways to untie each other and to untie ourselves. And then we'd go and bug them again until they tie us up. And they would like tie us up and just chuck us on a sofa, be like, stay there, leave me alone. And we'd be like, yay, playtime.
Amazing. I love everything about that story. I have so many follow-up questions. However, probably not that appropriate for YouTube, so we'll move on.
Oh, I love the fit.
Yeah, honestly, I just really love this guy's attitude. I think gives a really strong motivational message, not just to guys, but to, you know, ladies, so everybody as well. Yeah. This is a very masculine style of delivery, which I particularly appreciated.
Okay. You know, all that's playing in my head is the scoop. And with the one guy. You know that old, you know that old vine?
No, you'll have to show me.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I can find it very easily, so let's watch this first.
If you want to come in my life, the door's open. If you want to leave my life,
the door's open.
The door's open.
Yes!
Just one request.
Close it after you?
Don't stand by the door.
Okay.
You're blocking traffic.
That's also fair. Our dad would always yell at us when we stood in the way.
You're in the way! Move, you selfish piece of shit! You're blocking everyone!
I also really like that because I don't know why there's a random dog picture at the end, but it just made me laugh as well so much.
That is true. I don't know why there's a random picture.
I like the message, you know, people will come and go in your life. And I guess we have to look at that as, you know, that's just the nature of life. But whatever we want to do, we do not want to block the door.
There's even a lot of adults who don't consider other people and they stand in the middle of the way because their parents never taught them to not stand in the way. So, you know, people should be more conscious.
I love how literally you're taking this message.
I mean, I used to be yelled at for this, okay?
We clearly have some door trauma that needs to be addressed at some point.
Nah.
Just lock that shit away with all the rest of the stuff.
When you skate, but know about physics.
Je suis l'espoir d'une fille. Empêcheuse et fatiguée du monde fou qui l'entoure.
Wow! And they can just carry on. They've cracked the code.
They've got in motion and they stayed in motion.
Physics.
Educated lads. We love to see it.
And they're not afraid to hold hands?
No, exactly. That is the true power of friendship. My last TikTok is technically a two-parter. I left this one till last because I really enjoyed it as a celebration of girls. Because it's not often that girls get to talk about, I guess, like how they are attracted to men or, you know, like what they like in men physically and stuff like that. And I really liked this because this is a song written by a girl about her love of a certain type of man. This is amazing. We should celebrate men in song form more.
I like the boys that look sick. Boys so skinny you could break them like a stick. Boys that are tall and super sensitive. Boys with long hair look like girls from the back. Boys with little booties that I love to smack. I like the boys that look sick.
Everybody
Amazing.
loved this so much that she ended up doing a couple of different verses, and my next TikTok is one of the additional verses that is again one of my favorites. So if you wouldn't mind to play that, I would appreciate it.
Oh no, he's dead.
I like the boys who like to hide in the corner. Boys who like it when I yap. Boys with legs so weak that they snap when my gat is on their lap. I like boys with weird hobbies. Boys who need glasses to see. I like boys who like to treat me like a queen. I like the boys who look sick. Boys so skinny you can break them with a stick.
Honestly, I love it so much because I feel like, as you know, Mia, I get accused quite a lot of having a very bizarre taste in men. I do not have a specific type. I was in a conversation with somebody the other day. I was discussing, you know, a new man that I'd seen on TV or in a film or something at one point, and I was like, oh, like I just think he's like really attractive, like, and they turned around and said to my face, I feel like if you are attracted to any man, they should feel slightly concerned about that. They are perhaps not as attractive as they think they are.
No.
Honestly, I was like, oh, because I do like a weird looking dude. Like, I'm sorry, that's just my type. Like, hey, you look like you're dying of a Victorian disease. Yeah.
Come speak to me.
Hi, you look like you were dropped as a child.
But Mia, how many times have we said, if you exist, there will be someone out there that will think you are the hottest shit on the planet. Like, honestly, that's just how life goes.
I found the video that I was thinking about.
Right, yes, I'm ready. Let's see. I love that we're going back to Vine. Oh, of course! Yeah. Yeah, okay, so that is the song that I thought you were singing, but then it got a bit weird at the end, and I was like, I don't...
Sorry, I don't know the song. I've only ever heard it in this Vine.
Are we done?
That's all? We're done?
Amazing. Our celebration of men. Boys, keep doing your thing, having silly adventures. Don't forget to record your shenanigans because we love to see them.
And now we play the video of the guys in the car, but in reverse.
The boys reversing from the Herbie Night video.
Bye!